Tessa with Hip Over 50. So, are you wondering what it costs to stay in London? Well, I just did a little search and I was kind of surprised. Maybe I shouldn't be. I know costs have gone up, especially since the pandemic. But I was looking, I thought it'd be kind of fun to go into London, see my son, spend a few days there, kind of be like a tourist. I was a little shocked at how much it was going to cost me. Now, I like to stay in an Airbnb style accommodation. In other words, I like to have a little kitchen so that I can cook my meals if I want to. I don't like having to eat every meal out. I find that that is not relaxing for me. So I was looking for accommodations with, a kitchen, a small kitchen. Now, one thing you should know if you're American is that a lot of hotels in America have a microwave and a mini fridge. That's just sort of standard equipment. But here, that is not the case. You will have what's called a kettle, which is a little thing that a little pot you can boil water with to make tea or instant coffee, but that's it. So if you want to make meals, then you need to either stay in an Airbnb or in a studio style accommodation. What I found out was that for early April, it was going to cost about 400 or more to 600 pounds for 3 nights. And that was a little more than I was expecting. So in case you were wondering, a pound is like $1.20. So if you're using American dollars, you will be paying about a quarter more than what you would be expecting to pay. And that means everything is that little bit more expensive. So let's say if something is 100 pounds, it's basically $120 to you. So what does that mean for you? Well, it all depends on the time of year you go. I was looking at early April, so that was before Easter. It wasn't really during any particular holiday, so it wasn't probably as expensive as it might get otherwise. I would say that's probably in the mid-range. It all depends too on what you're looking for. If you're just looking for a cozy little B&B that's pretty modest, or you don't want a kitchen, or you don't want any amenities, then you can probably get by for around 100 pounds a night, maybe a skosh under, but not much. This is London. And if you want to save money, you'll have to go out of the city or out of the central area. And once you get out of the central area, then you'll find yourself spending quite a bit of time on tubes or with taxis to get into the central area where everything is happening. So I would prefer to stay in central London, within the central tube district, so that you can get around easily and not have to spend a fortune or a lot of time traveling back and forth. So the tip is stay a little outside of London to save money. Travel off season, of course, you knew that. And if you are happy not to have a kitchen, then go with a basic hotel room. Be very careful though. Some of the places that I looked at, they were below ground level. And one of them said, that doesn't look like it has any windows, but it was still, 150 pounds a night. So be very careful before you book. And I personally probably wouldn't do an Airbnb in London, but obviously that's an option as well. So expect to pay at least 100 pounds a night or $120 a night for a very kind of budget accommodation, up to 200, 300 pounds per night, depending on the time of year and the type of accommodation. And the closer you are into London, the more expensive that will be. So I hope that gave you a little bit of an idea of what to expect if you are coming into London for a holiday. And if you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear them. Bye for now.